Well, hello, my lovely friend. Good evening and welcome to the Mindset Coach. It is Tuesday night. I'm coming to you every Tuesday night, bringing you topics of discussion, getting you to think, and trying my best to always come with some new insight to help you improve your life to the life that you deserve. Good evening. My name is Troy. I am a mindset coach and I am your mindset coach. And tonight we're doing something a little different. I do not have a topic that I'm going to discuss tonight because I want you to create the topic. Yes, I want you to bring in some questions and we'll talk through them. We'll look at some answers. We'll look at some possibilities of how we can bring some solutions to some of the things that you may be dealing with. If you're going through a situation right now and you need some guidance, I'm here for you. All you have to do is just type in your comments, your question in the comments, and I would be more than willing to help you work through it. All right. If you're working on a problem and you need some solutions, remember the mindset coach is all about being part of the solution, not part of the problem. So if there is something that's weighing heavy on your mind, or there's something that you've been thinking about lately that you would like to have a little bit of process or a little bit of coaching done for you, tonight is the night, because tonight is just a Q&A. It's questions and answers. There is no topic of discussion. I'm coming to you and I'm going to open my services to you. So if there's something that you would like to have and ask a question, type it in the comments down below and we will dive into it tonight on tonight's session here with the Mindset Coach. Before we get started, our show is sponsored by Sideways Sounds Engineering. Sideways Sounds is located in Denver, Colorado, and my good friend Pierre Carrillo is the owner of it. He does a phenomenal job. Every client that he works with, he treats their work like it's his own. So he has really great passion into it. His studio is located in Denver, Colorado. He has a welcoming and a very wonderful, comfortable studio. So if you are a local artist and you're looking to get produced, you're looking for someone to help you with all of that wonderful stuff, Sideways Sounds Engineering is your place. You can find him on Facebook at Sideways Sounds, or you can look on Instagram, as well as you can go to his website, which is sidewayssounds.com. All right. So like I said, tonight is a Q&A. And a lot of people get a little hesitant about doing Q&A, right? Let me tell you, being a mindset coach is a passion for myself. It is something that I love doing, but it's also something that allows you as the individual to get out of your way. Exactly. And so tonight we're really diving into that. Tonight I want to open up the room. I want to give you a safe place so that way you can go ahead and really buy in. And like I said, if there are some questions, some things that you're going through, some things that you would like some guidance, some things that you'd like to talk through, I am your man. Hey, Valerie, what's going on? So tonight is just a Q&A. Tonight is just basically a Q&A. I don't have a topic of discussion because I want you to create the topic. I want you to ask a question. What's weighing heavy on your mind? What is something that you've been thinking about for such a long time? Every day it seems to pop up. It's that little creepy gremlin that comes into our mind. And it's thinking like, how do I approach this? How do I solve this problem? Where do I even start? All right, so that's what I'm doing. I'm pushing you. I'm challenging you. I'm daring you to give me a question that we can work through tonight. And like I said, this is not easy work, folks. All right, this is not easy work, my friend, because when you start looking in your inner self and start working through things that you have questions about, or you're trying to find solutions, it's going to be some work. And that's what I love about this job that I do. It's what I love about being a coach is it's bringing that question to life, and it's working through it, and it's really, really diving into helping you show something. I always love this question is people will tell me, why should you be my coach? Right? It's like when you go to a job interview and someone says, why should we hire you? And I could throw out my accolades and say, oh, because I have this certification, I've done this and blah, blah, blah. But here's the real essence of it. I've lived through life. I'm 43 years old and I've lived through some stuff, right? And through my story, I have experiences and I have overcame a lot of things in my life. That is a true fact. And because of those things, I've learned how to not fall into them, but how to overcome them, how to move forward. What are things that worked for me? Now, like I said, I never give you something and say, do it if I've never done it. I'm not going to expect that you're going to have the same results that I did. You may have better results. You may have results that you're like, wow. But the thing about it is that's why I am here on Tuesday nights as your mindset coach, right? I've lived through it. I've did things, right? My story is unbelievable. I've had cancer. There was one thing that I went through when I was a younger kid that I don't remember it, but my body was strong enough to happen. I went through cancer. I went through bankruptcy. I've done things, been through things that, sit down with me and I'll share my story with you. That's just how it works. And because of that, that's why I'm a great mindset coach. That's why I can help you work through the things that you need to work through. All right. So like I said, the forum is open. If you have a question, or if there's just some pondering thought that you want to work through, or you just have a question in general, ask it in the comments down below. I would be more than willing to dive into the conversation and work through it, like I said, because the thing about it is that we all have a story, and our stories are only our stories. That's the thing about it. Our stories are only our stories. So like I said, tonight I do not have a topic of discussion. As you can see there, Mindset Coach, it is a Q&A. This is an opportunity. I'm opening it up to you. The floor is your place. This is a safe space to come in, ask questions, because you never know. You're going to walk away with some nugget of knowledge that's going to help you become the best version of yourself each and every day. So feel free to write any questions down there. If you're watching this, please say hello so I know you're here. I know Valerie is here. So come on in. The coaching room is open for you. The coaching room is here. And like I said, it is a place that we sit and we process and we work through things. We have discussions, and we're just basically going to have a good time as well, right? That's what you want to do. And again, I want to give a shout out to my good friend Pierre Carrillo of Sideways Sounds. He is our official sponsor of a Mindset Coach. Every Tuesday night here, he pops in and he says, he gives them, we always touch base. This is his baby as he sponsors it. So I want to give a shout out to Sideways Sounds, who is my official sponsor of my Mindset Coach on Tuesdays. Hey, Cherokee, how's it going? So like I said, tonight is an open forum. If there's a question, if you're thinking of something, you need help processing something, you need to work through something, there's this pondering thought that you can never feel like you can't come to the answer of it, I'm here for you. Now, the thing is, like I said, this is very passionate to me. I love the work that I do. And like I said, I'm qualified enough for it because I've lived through it. I've lived through experiences. And because my experiences may not be similar to yours, but how I overcame those problems, how I overcame those situations in my life, that is why I'm here to share them with you. That is why you should hire me. That's what I always tell people. That's why you should hire me, is that when I sit down and I tell you my story, then, I'm going to be able to guide you and support you on this, right? I'm not a cheerleader. I am a coach. And basically I'm here for you. It's all about you. It's not about me, right? I always say I love that question. All right. So Valerie's asking us our question for tonight. Valerie says, how do you get yourself out of a slump? Do you meditate, pray more often? Do you talk to other people to help you work through some things? Well, Valerie, that is a very, very great question. First off, the question I would ask you is, what is considering to be your slump? Right? What is considering to be your slump? So my first question would be to you is, what do you mean by slump? What does the slump feel like? What is this slump, this experience that you're having? Right? So when we look at that, when we talk about what is our slump, so the thing about it is that we all try to come up every morning we wake up. We always try to come up and say, okay, today's a great day. So I always say, if you feel that you're not 100% in your day, what is it? Is it something that I'm carrying? Is it something that I don't want to address? Is it something that someone said and bothered me? I mean, that's the thing about it. So you would have to identify what your slump is first. We would really need to dive in to say, what is this slump? What does your slump look like? Because I can tell you, my definition and experience of what slump is going to be totally different than your experience of slump. So that would be my first question. What does that slump look like? Do I meditate and pray often? I do that every single day. I don't. Okay, so let me clarify this. People think that I have to drop to my knees on the bedside or pray. No, there are multiple different ways of praying. There is a prayer when you're walking. If you're out for a walk, you can have a conversation with God. You can pray. Now, I told you, I've shared this, is that my prayer life's a little different. My prayer life is basically of gratitude and thanks. I don't ask for anything. I don't ask, when I pray, I don't ask and say, can I have this? Can I have this? I just say thank you for everything, because I'm working on shifting that energy and power to where I'm going to appreciate everything that I have in my life. I'm reading this book called 20,000 Days and More. And that basically says I take every day as a gift, and I pray about the thanks that I have. I pray about the thanks that I may not have a lot of money in the bank account, but at least, you know what? I have money in the bank account. So let's be grateful about that. Let's be thankful. So my prayer life is really, I pray often. I pray often, but my prayer often is not, I don't show people what it looks like. I will be walking down a hallway in the school and I might be praying in my head. I may just have a conversation, but my conversations are, thank you for this day. Thank you for this moment. Thank you for allowing me to be walking right now. So that's kind of like that. Meditating and prayer are the same thing, right? In the mornings, a part of my routine is I do a meditation where I set the timer, and all I really do is I just count my breaths. I set the timer for 10 minutes and I count my breaths. And this morning I had over 80 some breaths, right? And that's all I do. Things will pop in, right? When those things pop in, I just keep, thoughts are going to come, especially if you're new to it, thoughts are going to come. But what I do is I count my thoughts. I don't count my thoughts, sorry. I count my breaths and I just keep counting. 56, 57, 58. I'm just counting breaths. That's the easiest meditation you can do, is just count your breath, right? And it clears. There's no expectations. I don't go into a meditation with expectations. I just go in counting my breath. Let me tell you, tremendous things happen when I come out of it. All right. So I do pray and meditate often. I really do. It's what your body needs. Your mind needs it. You know, we go to the doctor when we're sick. They give us medicine. When we know that we're sick, we take the rest, right? We do a lot of things. We care for our body, our hygiene, right? But our mind needs that quiet moment of time. And that's through prayer. That's through meditation. And your other question is, do you talk to other people to help you work through some things? I have my own coach. All right. So let me tell you, I have my own coach, but I also have my close tribe. I have what we call a square squad. They are the people that I entrust, right? There's a lot of trust built in there, and it's a safe space. So when there are things, I'm a talker. So I have to talk through things, and I will call a friend, or I will tell a person at work that's in my square squad. I said, I just need to talk. I need to vent. I need to process. I'm not asking you to give me any answers. I just need to talk. And they're like, okay. And I will share. I will talk it out and everything. And let me tell you, 9 out of 10 times I find my answer. 9 out of 10 times I feel much better because I talk it through. That's sometimes. Now, I don't go in complaining. I go in saying, I need to get this off my mind, because where else are we going to go? You know, our body discharges for the restroom. When we go to the restroom, we get rid of the toxins, right, and everything. That's the physical part. But our mental part, we never have some way to release it. And prayer, meditation, talking through people, talking with people, that's a way that we get rid of that mental waste, that mental junk. That's how we release it. So yes, I do. I will call my coach. If it's something business, in my personal growth development, I will call him and I'll say, we need to talk. I'll schedule a moment, and he already knows. He does what I do. He asks me those questions, and it's always funny is I always have the answer, because when we talk through things, I always find the answer to the situation or the problem I'm dealing with. And all he did was just ask me through questions, right? I love him. He's a great person. So yes. And how do I get myself out of the slump? Okay. So again, I said, we need to find out what that slump is. Now I'm going to give you an example. If I wake up in the morning and I know that I'm not right in my energy and vibration. And there are mornings that happens because it depends on what happened before I went to bed. And this is why it's always a goal is I always read inspiring things. I always read my books because when I go to bed, I want my subconscious mind to be processing what I want to learn. And I want it to be something fruitful. If I go to bed angry, I'm going to wake up in the morning angry because that's the last thing I was thinking of before I went to sleep. So I always clear my mind. I always do my prayer. I do my meditation time. I read. So when I wake up in the morning, if I didn't do my routine, my practice that I know that's beneficial to me, and I wake up in the morning with the slump, right? I always drink a glass of water. Then I'll have my coffee. I will have to force myself sometimes to do my thank you because I might just be in that slump like, oh, I just don't feel like doing anything. Then what I like to do, there's a variety of things. There's so many different tactics that we can talk about, but I always like to play music. Music, for some reason, it resonates with the soul. And I have a playlist that, so for you, Valerie, I have a playlist that is like a slump playlist. All right. It's like a slump playlist. I put that on, I listen to the music, and by maybe the third or fourth song, I'm starting to shift. I'm no longer in that slump. Right. So it really depends on, like I said, we'd have to dive into like, what is your slump? What does that look like? What does that feel like? What is that experience for you? That's the way it works. Hey, Sonny, what's up, my friend? So like I said, so those were some great questions, Valerie. Those are some great questions for tonight's Q&A. Again, folks, if you have a question, if you have a thought that you're trying to work in, if you're curious about something and how this works, I am here to support you, to guide you. This is a safe space for you to ask these questions. Because like I said, I love doing what I do. And through the work together, we will discover things about not only, and I learn from other people. Because now when you ask me that question, Valerie, I'm like thinking, yeah, what? So my slumps, I have a different term for it when I just say I'm demotivated. I don't use the word slump. I'm demotivated today. And I've got to get myself going, right? And that's a whole new topic there about motivation, because motivation is a myth. It's about willpower, but that's a whole story. So like I said, I have those. So there are strategies that I can give you through the work together is about how do you come over it. But like I said, the first thing we have to do is we'd have to really identify what that slump looks like. We'd really have to identify what I'd have to really work with you to understand what it is. And then we can pinpoint what might be the catalyst that's leading to that slump. And we work through it, right? We try things. I'm not saying that everything I give you is going to work 100%, because everything is interesting in our own world. Everything is interesting in our own journey. And that's how it functions out. So thank you for those questions, Valerie. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. They're amazing. Hi, everyone. If you're just tuning in, my name is Troy. I am your mindset coach. Tonight, I do not have a topic of discussion. Tonight is just basically a Q&A. Basically, how it works is if you have something that you're working through, if you have a question that you're curious about, if you're trying to solve a problem and you need solutions or some strategies or ideas, that's what we're doing right now here on Tuesday's Mindset Coach session night. Right. I do want to give a shout out to my full sponsor, Sideways Sounds, Pierre Carrillo of Denver, Colorado. He is a professional recording studio. Any local artist should hit him up. You can check him out at Sideways Sounds on Facebook, at Sideways Sounds on Instagram, or you can even go to his website at sidewayssounds.com to schedule a session. He does great work, and he takes your work like it is his work. So there's that passion and that drive, and you're going to come out with the best recording album ever possible. Right? Valerie, you're amazing. We will definitely talk more. I am better and getting stronger every day. Girl, you've got to work it every day. And that's all you got is just the day, right? I've had to shift my mind at times where I was like, okay, if I'm starting something for 30 days, how am I going to be on day 20? Why am I worried about day 20? I haven't even started it today. So I got to focus on today. Right? We just take it each day. And actually speaking about that, I'm doing this prosperity game. And every morning I go through the process of what the prosperity game is for it. And I realized that today I went at 31 days. And it blew my mind because I was like, wow, I did something for 31 days. Because every morning I do the prosperity game. And if you're interested in that, sorry, hit the table. If you're interested in that, hit me up. I'll tell you what the prosperity game is. And that's the fun thing. And so I realized today, I'm at 31 days. I'm like, oh my God. And I can remember oh my goodness, when I get to day 25, what's it going to be like? Well, day 25 is already passed. I'm on day 31. Okay, day 31. So you only got today. You only got today that you live for. All right. Any questions out there? Shoot them in the comments down below. We'll talk about them. All right. Make sure you say hello if you're still watching. Hello. I'm glad that you're here with me. Like I said, tonight, I do not have a subject of topic to share. We are answering questions. I love to say we because there's more voices in my head. They're the better self of it's my higher power and my spirit, along with my physical body, me. So the thing about it is, if you have a question, if you're working through a problem, you need a solution, or you need ideas to help you create the solution or come to a solution, or if there's just a curious question that you have, ask me in the comments down below. I'm not afraid for the challenges. As I said, I've got things I can help you and support you with. So like I said, welcome, welcome, welcome. We are in the Mindset Coach on a Tuesday night. It is a gorgeous night tonight. It is a little chilly out, but we're finally getting some warm weather here in Colorado, where I'm based at and live at. We're excited about that. So again, thank you, Valerie, for those wonderful questions that you have. Again, if you have a question, please feel free to ask. This is your time. This is your space. This is your chance to get some ideas. All right. I kind of want to call my question and A answers, my Q&A nights, I want to kind of change them and call them the blue sky session, a blue sky session. And I learned that from a book that I'm reading about the engineers, the Imagineers. Sorry, let me change it. The Imagineers from Walt Disney. The creators get together and they have what's called a blue sky session. And that means there's no such thing as no. The answer or the word no does not exist in there. Failures doesn't exist there and everything. And they just come in with the most crazy and the abundance of creative ideas. And it's because of that process, we have these amazing things from Walt Disney, right? So that's what we're kind of doing tonight. We're kind of doing a blue sky session, talking about your questions that you have, right? Your questions. And like I said, I know we all have questions in our mind. We all have questions in our heart and our soul, things that make us curious about our personal growth. How can I move forward here? How can I become something like this? How do I overcome something like this? How do I deal with an issue that I'm dealing with right now? How, where, what? Those are the great things. And or sometimes people say, why? Why? Which is one of the most powerful questions you can ever ask, is the question why. Right? So like I said, ask away. This is your time. This is your space. This is your chance to ask me a question that you may have. Any questions are welcome. And like I said, I will come here. I am here for you during this blue sky session, mindset coaching tonight. This is your chance to ask questions, and we'll talk about answers, and we'll go from there. Again, my name is Troy. I am a mindset coach. I've been doing this for several years, and this is something passionate and geared to my soul and my heart. I love it. It is something that I embrace, and I just love doing the work. It's because I'm an extrovert. There are times I'm an introvert, but it's an extrovert, but this is because it's my purpose. All right, it's my purpose to be a servant to others, and this is how my servanthood works, is to be there as your mindset coach, to help you to grow, to develop, to build, to become the best version of you that I can see within you. All right. That's why I do what I do as a mindset coach. So feel free to ask any questions in the comments, type them in there. Don't be afraid. Don't be shy. Ask away. I want to know, what are your thoughts? What's going on? What's happening in your life? What are you curious about? What do you need help on? What do you need to process? As Valerie says, what do you need to talk through? All right. I know that we all have a worry list. We all have a worry list, or some of us are taking in a new adventure in our life and we're scared. We're fearful of it. We're afraid. Well, we can work through those because all those are emotions. And remember, we are in control of our emotions. Our emotions don't control us. Our emotions don't control us. So as we wait for some questions to come in the chat, I do want to let you know that I am working on a 5-day course. It is going to be free. It is valued at $500. All right. It's a 5-day course. You got all the modules, all the PDFs, all the assignments, all the work. It is a 5-day course. All right. And it's about aligning ourselves out, like against, like when you think about going to when you have to get your car, your tires aligned, right? Because otherwise they start wearing awkwardly and then it causes a whole mess, right? A small little bump can create a whole mess. So the program that I'm creating that's going to be rolling out in June, okay, this is coming in June, is going to be a free 5-day course that I'm going to offer to you. It's valued at $500, but it's free. And here's how it's going to be, because I'm only going to take 10 people out of this course, right? These 10 people are going to get a chance. If you are interested in it, I need you to type in the comments align. Type the word align, and then I will put you on the list. I'll reach out to you. All right. I'll send you where you can go sign up for it. And I'm only opening it to the first 10 people. All right. The first 10 people. It's going to be a program. It's going to be a course that is going to be talking about aligning yourself, because we have to align ourselves, because if not, something is going to be off balance and we're going to be wearing in areas that we don't need to be wearing out. So if you're interested in it, it is a free course valued at $500, but it's free for the first 10 people. Right, I'm doing 10 people right now. If you're interested in the comments, I need you to type down the word align, and then I will reach out to you. I will send you the link to where you can go sign up for it. And then when it rolls out in June, you will have it all 5 days, all 5 modules, all the materials you need, all the videos you need for it will be all in one area, and it's going to be free for you, because I'm working on a course right now for that. But it's based around aligning ourselves as human beings, aligning ourselves as individuals. So if you're interested in that, type in the comments down below the word align, and I will set you up and get you enrolled into that free course. And again, like I said, that's just my gift, my servanthood to you, because I want you to be the best version of yourself. All right. Any questions out there? We had one come in from Valerie. Any questions out there? Anyone have any questions that they would like to ask before we close up this blue sky session tonight here on the Mindset Coach with our Q&A tonight? Again, any question, every question is worth value in asking and discussing. All right, if you're working through something in your life, if you're going through something that you just need to, you have a question about, if it's a thought that keeps popping up in your head and you're like, oh my gosh, why do I keep thinking this? If you're looking at something in self-growth, if you're questioning something about self-growth, how does this work? What do you do? I mean, like I said, ask that question and we will process it. We will answer it. We will work through it and we will talk about it. And again, thank you to Valerie, who did ask us some really good, fruitful questions about slump. How do you get yourself out of a slump? Do you meditate and pray often? And do I talk to other people to help me work through things? And the answer to that was definitely a yes. All right. So again, welcome, welcome, welcome. Glad to have you here. Like I said, I didn't have a topic for tonight. I mean, I could come up with one, but I wanted to make this really about you in the Q&A. So ask any questions. I'm going to stay on here for just a few more minutes. If we don't have any more questions coming through, then we're going to bring our Tuesday night blue sky session, all right, which is known as the Q&A, question and answers, to a close for this week. I come here every Tuesday night at 6:30. Today I was a little late to the party, all right, because I was in a book study. But every Tuesday night at 6:30 here live on Facebook, on YouTube, I come to you with our Mindset Coach night. Now, next week, I will have a topic, okay, that I will bring and share with you. I will have a topic. But if there's something you ever are questioning yourself and saying, I'd like to know more about that, reach out to me. I'm always open to topics of what you are thinking, what might help you. If even it comes in later in this week, you're like, hey, this would be something great to talk about on your show, because other people may want to have that same message. Shoot me a message. Let me know. Don't be afraid, right? because I'm here for you. That's what I do. I'm here for you. Also, don't forget, I'm rolling out a one-time program valued at $500. You can get it free. I'm only taking 10 people. All right, 10 people. There's going to be 10 spots. If you are interested in the program, all you have to do is in the comments, type the word align, ALIGN, align. I will send you the link to where you can sign up. This program is about aligning ourselves. So which basically means is we're going to, like a car, we're going to balance our tires. We're going to align our system so that when we get on our road, we're going to be riding out smooth. Where we're going to remove those wears and tears on our body, in our mind, in our soul, like a car. We're going to fix it and we're going to realign ourselves and we're going to get rolling on that road, our journey to our destination in a smoother pattern and a more comfortable ride itself. So that's how we're going to do it. And so that program, again, like I said, if you're interested in it, it is free. There is no charge. 10 people is all I'm taking. There's 10 spots available right now because I've just made the announcement. I was going to wait till next week, but I was like, next week is almost close to the end of May. So there you go. Program's available for you for free, and it is valued at $500. It is a 5-day course that you can enroll yourself in. All right. All right, folks. Well, I'm going to do this. I'm going to go ahead and bring our Blue Sky session to a close. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Thank you, Valerie, for asking some fruitful questions. Thank you, Sunny, for saying hello. Thank you to Cherokee for saying hello. And thank you for those who were viewing, just enjoying it. I hope you took away something valuable in tonight's Q&A. Again, my name is Troy. I am your mindset coach. I come every Tuesday night here at 6:30, bringing you some information, some tidbits, some strategies and tools to help you grow and be the best version of yourself and who you need to become. All right. Again, shout out to my sponsor, Sideways Sounds. Sideways Sounds Engineering is located in Denver, Colorado. Pierre Carrillo is the owner of Sideways Sounds. He is a professional studio just a professional studio man himself. He does great things. He's worked with some really high label artists. And if you're a local artist and you're looking for a studio to do some recording, Sideways Sounds Engineering in Denver, Colorado is your place. You can find him on Instagram at Sideways Sounds or on Facebook at Sideways Sounds, or you can even check out his website, which is sidewayssounds.com. His details are in the title of tonight's show, so make sure you check him out and give him a shout out and say thank you for bringing this show to you every Tuesday night. With that said, I'm signing off for the night. Have a great one, and I will see you all next Tuesday when we come back here again with our Mindset Coach with T. Roy.